Years in thought leadership and brand strategy. She's done 4 TEDx talks. She's written 5 books. She's given over 500 presentations. And she has been a stand-up comic. And she was the lead spiritual guide here at Lake Harriet Spiritual Community about 15 years ago, back in that day. So she believes, her website says that every one of us carries a divine light meant to shine for the greatest good. And when that light goes unseen, it's a loss for all of us. She says her deepest joy is helping others see their gifts more clearly so they can create a better world, and sees it as her legacy, the reason she does this work. With that, Theresa Rose.
Thank you. Thank you, Tina. I appreciate you, and I appreciate all of you who have braved the whiteout conditions here in Minnesota. I'm going to just scooch my shoes down. I used to be here 15 years ago, and I would be hoop dancing here all over. My hoop dancing days are paused at the moment, and I'm going to just get comfortable right now and spend some time with you here on this chair, and welcome everyone who is joining us virtually in the comfort of your home. So let's get to the good stuff first before we dive into a message about how we're going to move into 2026 with an open heart and an optimistic spirit. So first and foremost, assume a meditative position. Allow yourself to open your crown energy center at the very top of your head, like a 1,000-petaled lotus flower, ever blooming to the endless possibilities that are out there in the world, in the cosmos, in the universe, in beyond the universe, in what is so limitless that we cannot possibly fathom it with our human mind. Allow that part of you that knows that to open. And then travel down into your third eye, that pineal gland, the space in between your physical 2 eyes. And allow that space to open that can imagine any possibility. Allow that energy center to open and see every single possibility. All of the things that you could imagine for your world and our world. Let that potentiality run through that open center of your third eye. And next, we're going to travel down that bridge down into our throat energy center, connecting that 1,000-petaled lotus from the top of our head through our third eye into our throat. And imagine that we are opening up that energy center to allow the vibration of communication, voice, truth to come through that space. Courage to come through that open space within you. Expression. With your next breath, you're going to take that bridge down into your heart, from the crown to the third eye, to the throat, now to the heart, opening that energy center of your heart wide open, front and back, where your love resides, where your grief resides, where your healing resides, where your compassion and forgiveness reside. Breathe into that open space and make it wider and bigger. With your next breath, you're going to take that bridge down into your solar plexus and imagine that you are opening up that energy center front and back to burn brightly and widely your energy, your fire, your will to take action in pursuit of the purpose of your life. With your next breath, extend that bridge down into your belly, underneath your belly button. Allow that energy center to open, blossom into the flow of your own joy, where you can flow and change into the movement of your life as it is now, embracing all parts of you. And with your next breath, bring that down all the way down to the base of your pelvis, the seat on which you are sitting. Open that energy center down into your solidity, your safety, your foundation, your security, your groundedness. breathe all the way down past that space, down into the earth beneath you. Imagine that cord of energy that we started at the crown of your head, down through your third eye, through your throat, through your heart, into your belly and your base of your pelvis, all the way down into the earth, deep and wide. Roots. Lengthen your spine and allow that energy to travel throughout your entire body. Let the energy of the earth come back through those roots, up through the base of your pelvis, up into your belly, into your solar plexus, into your heart, into your throat, your head, your crown, and all the way up past your head into the cosmos. Feel yourself as the bridge between the earth and the sky. Feel those energy centers, all of them open, receiving input, processing, and sending out. In the front of your body, in the back of your body, on your side body. Activate yourself. Bring all that energy that you have created for yourself, and I want you to center it deep inside of you right now into one spot. Wherever you want that spot to be, the center of you, that only you know. You feel that? That is your spirit. And now breathe. And find your legs and your arms. Open your eyes. Come on back to the space that you are in. Welcome, everyone. Thank you again for being here. Doesn't that feel good? Here we are, 2025. Raise your hand if you're ready for this year to be over. Samesies. Wow. Wow. As I was thinking about this, when I called Gary, I moved 4 times this year. And 5 of the months of this year, I had 2 suitcases of my belongings. Everything else was in a box, in a big metal box. So I had a deep lesson of attachment, of what was I going to attach to. I also had a deep lesson of attachment of where I was going to attach my heart to. as I'm grieving. And I had mental health challenges. I'm sure no one else has had any of those. And he said, I called him up after I finally got back to my home state of Minnesota. The trek back, just in time for winter. And I said, Gary, I want to come back to LHSC and reemerge from my goopy cocoon, and I want to speak again. I said, when do you need me? He said, well, nobody has signed up for December 28th. I'll take it. I'm sure the weather will be perfect. And I said, what's the theme? And he said something like, it's all good, the good part about life, something like that. Like, just, what's right in the world? What's right in the world? Dadgummit. And I thought, that's a good theme. And I really appreciated that because it is so easy. It is so easy to look at what's not right with the world. And it's so easy because it's in our purse. It's in our pocket. It's on the nightstand. It's on the device that's on you right now, probably. It's scrollable. It's on a list. I'm finding myself being triggered by what I'm seeing. The deeper I go into my healing, the more almost raw I am to all of what's happening. And while I could talk about the extinction burst of the patriarchy and Mother Nature right-sizing herself, and the endings falling into the beginnings, and the snake shedding its skin to make way for the horse. Thank God. All those things are true in my world. But what I want to offer is a talk about, and I'm going to open it up to questions too, after I want to share a little bit about what I'm going through and what might help you, is a lesson and a conversation about perspective. So I used to be, in my career, predominantly a professional speaker. Being on the front of the room was my favorite place to be since early childhood. And I now know, after going through years of deep, complex trauma recovery, that was a coping mechanism and a way in which that I could get approval. Is if I can't get approval and love and attention and affection at home, I can muscle my way through it and get it on stage. And I did that very well for 40-some years, 50 years. And I did it, if I wasn't on stage, I'd do it in relationships. And I'd do those in relationships that were healthy, and many of which were not healthy. And now, in my wizened years, I have found this gift where I realize that I find great joy in not being on stage. I find great joy on providing perspective to other people, to providing clarity to other people, because people don't have clarity themselves. They can't. It's like having an alien on their own faces. They just can't see it. That's the way God made us. I really believe that. I think that she made us in a way that has forced us to work together and given us blind spots. She didn't have to give us. I say she. She's just a word, by the way. She's just a word. I was driving today in an Uber, riding today in an Uber in the whiteout this morning because I'd made a decision that I wanted to be really, really happy and chill today, and that I wanted to be as present with you as I possibly could be. And I knew that if I white-knuckled it in my Mazda sled, that I wouldn't. So I got an Uber. And I was in my Uber today, and I had a blast. Because I was just looking out the window, because I never look out the window when I'm driving. I'm only looking at the road when I'm driving. But I looked out the window and I saw all this amazing stuff. And there was Christian music playing. And I noticed myself first having a kind of a little bit of a little reaction. Had a little negative reaction. And it was a little programming thing. Please refer to Extinction Burst of the Patriarchy, referenced 15 minutes prior. And then I heard something very, very interesting. It was the announcer said something, and he said, "He is love." And I went, wow, that's really interesting. He is love. That's not usually the words we use, is it? In the patriarchy. Love and he. That's men, I mean, there are a few men in the room. Is that the first word you think of when you think of men? Love! Hey! Love! No. And that belief system connects those two with permission. And that's a beautiful thing. And I had it land differently this morning. And I was like, that's really, really, I get it. She, he, it, they, we, our. It's just a word. But when we get down to it, that's really what we're talking about is, can we go beyond the words to the feeling of it? So this morning, as I was thinking about it, what I want to share that's good in the world, through all the struggles that we all have, is perspective. When we look at the pile of things that are wrong, and oh, is it big. What I feel when I see that big pile, of my own pile and the pile, is how do I dance with that so that I can integrate it? Because there's a big old pile of wrong within me too. It's called the shadow. Anybody do any shadow work? Oh, is that fun? Party people say, yeah, no. But it is the doorway into peace, is to look at the gunk, is to look at the dark, to look at the places where you've done those things. Some version of it, right? So I've done a lot of that work as I've looked at my pile inside. And what I'm doing to move through the portal of the ending falling into the beginning of 2025 going into 2028 is I'm doing three things. I am reminding myself to stay centered, to stay focused, and to stay kind. So let's break those down. Number one, stay centered. What does that mean for me? For me, staying centered is pulling all my energy back to me. Okay? So ask yourself, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Not just where's your thoughts, okay? Where's your energy? But where's the versions of you? Where's the 2-year-old version of you, the 5-year-old version of you, the 8-year-old version of you, the 12-year-old version of you, the 20-year-old version of you? Have you relegated him in a corner or a closet? Have you put her in the shadows? Are you fragmented? Or are you centered? Because this is warrior time, spiritual warrior time, right? So how do we show up? How are we being called? You are all clearly called. You wouldn't come in a blizzard if you weren't called. So how are we going to do this? We're going to do it by galvanizing our energy, bringing it together, right? So centering, thinking about what do you do? What do you do when you center? So I have a daily meditation practice that I do. Simple, 15 minutes, sit, tiny little altar, little important things, candle in the middle, sit. Thought, back. It's like an old-time typewriter. Constant. What do you all do? Raise your hand. Tell me what you do to center. What do you do, Tina, to center? Morning meditations. You walk around the lake. Your walking meditation is your centering, right? So walking. What else? Yes? Coloring. You know what? I'm really glad you mentioned that, because there is something to the physicality of having something with your hands. I find that when I color, when I doodle, when I draw, frankly, when I do my work, when I do my actual marketing clarity work, I use a dry erase board. And now I use a Remarkable because I'm very fancy. But I love to pull it out of my hands, so it's a really good tool. And it also, the other thing I like about coloring is, or like markers too are really fun, is it brings us back to our childhood, I think. And there's something that's very, just gives us permission that we don't often give ourselves as adults, that I think is really good. What else? Anybody else have a centering tool that helps them? Yes. You chant with a mala? Awesome. Vibration and an external tool is very helpful, right? And I love that. There's a vibratory element to it, and that really makes it, and I want to just also share that it's an important part of that energy center for us, because oftentimes that throat energy center is the one that is the most damaged, is the one that has the most trauma in it. So when we can vibrate that out and use a mala or some sort of tool to bring that out, it's very helpful. So thank you for that. So get centered. Bring your energy in. Okay? And we can do it simply by saying, right now, okay? Right now, this very moment, we can say, I bring my energy in from the morning, from any, where I was upset this morning because I spilled something in the kitchen, I bring that energy back to me. I bring my energy from tomorrow morning that I'm worried about a meeting, I'm bringing that energy back to me. I'm bringing the energy from my childhood all back to me. I'm bringing my energy from that guy back to me, right? Or that client back to me. That waste of time back to me. Bring yourself, imagine like this is an old reference for some of you youngins. Terminator 2 was there was like a metal guy and all the metal could come back. That's what I want you to imagine that your energy can do, okay? Because this is a multidimensional experience that we're moving into. We are wildly powerful. And they don't want us to remember that. And I'm here to remind you that you are. So use every tool that you have at your disposal. Be centered. You're going to be bigger when you show up. Okay? The other thing about being centered now, okay, grounded into the earth, send those roots down. When you send those roots down into the earth, you touch grass. I'm so glad when I see the young people talking about that. Touch grass, yes, it's magic. Touch grass, look up. The power that you can do when you realize that you are a connector between the earth and the sky. Right? Now, next step, be focused. So now we've got our power. Now, what are we going to do in 2026? No messing around. This is my business element coming out, okay? I've got clients that I support, that I help them realize their goals for their businesses. And what I do is I ask them, what do you want to have happen next year? All right? What do you want in the first quarter, the second quarter, the third quarter, and the fourth quarter? The first quarter, 13 weeks. What are we going to do in those 13 weeks? And we write them down. So I want you to start thinking that way, tactically. What are you going to do? Third chakra, what are you going to do? Do. One thing. Just choose one. Just choose one that you're really, really going to do. Me, I'm really going to move. I'm going to move. What do I mean? Watch. I'm going to move. Like this. And I'm going to do more of this. Like a lot more of this. But I'm not going to do it right now. I'm going to just do a little of it now. But in 2026, that's the most important thing I could do for me. Sure, I got lots of other things that I'm going to do in my business, right? I got it all figured out about the products that I'm going to launch and the website changes, all the things. But what's the super strategy? What's the number one thing? Move, sleep, eat, connect, let go, save, fuel, drive, create, love, nourish. What is the one thing? The one thing. Because when we can get focused, zzz, boom, dial it in. Dial it in like you are a machine. Because we need to be. Because the machines are now flooding the communication. You feeling me? Our humanity, it's our moment. It's our moment. And I really want every single person in this room, and every single person who's watching, and every single person who's ever walked in this beautiful building, and every single person who's just fueled this place for 100 years to get what they want. And that's going to require focus. And what that means when we have that focus, like I want to move. Well, that means if I want to move like I want to move, which means dance with abandon every week, if I want to do that, then there's other things that must happen for me to be able to do that. Right? And if there's other things that need to happen for me to be able to do that, then I can't live in a world of distraction, because life will Pac-Man the time away. It'll just go. Anybody feel that? Where your time just goes, and it's like, what happened? What happened? I don't know what happened. I didn't have it done. I don't know. It's because we didn't have the focus. That's why I want you to anchor it in, folks. Anchor it in. So I'd like to hear, what's your word? What do you want to do? And what will you do in 2026? What's the word? Focus. What else? Make it real. Take action. Let me hear it. Open my eyes. Focus. Focus on what's important. Focus on what's important. And grant yourself grace when you don't. Grant yourself grace when you don't. That's the harder part for me. It's the harder part for me. Because I can get stuff done. But when I'm sad, tired, not feeling well, laying horizontal, scroll. I know I should be doing, but I'm not. And suddenly it's like 2 hours I'm in it, right? That's when I'm hard on myself. That's the last one. Be kind. Be kind in a world that is unkind. Be kind to yourself and be kind to each other. And be kind to even the people you don't want to be kind to. And if you can't be kind to them, be courageous. But be kind to yourself first. And that is really, really hard. It's a lot easier for us to numb out, I think. and judge, to not open our eyes, but to love ourselves up, be kind to ourselves. And so I just want you to imagine, as you think about your 2025, okay? Think about January. And where you were, and what was going on at the beginning of this year. And think about all the things that happened to you this year. The good, the bad, the ugly. And just really grant yourself the grace, the kindness, the love. Love yourself for everything you did. And the shadow parts too, because that's you too. That's you too. That's what we're learning through this whole thing. This whole big, all the things that are happening right now. It's about can we look at it? Can we look at it? Can we look at the shadow within? See it. Acknowledge it. But it starts here first. So here's what I'd like us to do before we finish up. I first want to open up. Does anybody have any questions that they have about being centered, being curious, or being kind? Curious, did I say curious? Centered, focused. Curiosity is good too. Centered, focused, or kind. I want to open it up to any questions you might have. Yes, please. Thank you, Tina. Hold on one moment. Let's get you on so we can hear you.
Earlier you said we were going from the snake to the horse.
Yeah.
Could you tell me a little more about what that means?
Yeah, absolutely. So in Chinese medicine, in the Chinese New Year, it is from the year of the snake to the year of the horse. And how I have experienced this, or how I'm seeing this, and how I see this in others, is this year was a really big year of it was a shedding year, right? I let go of a lot of things that didn't serve me anymore, right? And it was just literally letting go of things, and belief systems and places and relationships and all that. And it's let it go, let it go, let it go. And now in a place of almost nothingness, right? Like brand newness, breaking it down to its essence. Now we can move to a place where we can move to being a horse. So now it's let's go, right? Because now I've got everything that I need, because if I tried to move as fast and as hard and as powerfully as I want to in my life right now, a year ago, I never could have done it. I never could have done it because I had too much heaviness on my life. I had too much burden. I had too much financial burden. I had too much emotional burden. I had too much just physical. There was too many things in my life, literally objects, right? And too many distractions. So many things were burdening me that I didn't know were, that had to literally be kind of taken from me and stripped from me for me to realize that I needed it gone, for me to go, oh yeah, now I'm ready to go, right? That's what I mean. So I want you to think about that in your own life. What did you let go of this year? What did you shed? What did you release from your existence so that you can go 100 miles an hour in 2026, baby? right? No excuses. You've got everything you need to move forward fast. Thank you. Other questions or comments from anybody? All right, let's do one final visualization. Close your eyes. I want you to imagine that 1 year from now, 2026, end of December in 2026, we are all sitting together, virtually or in person. And I want you to imagine what you are like this 1 year from now. What do you look like? What do you feel like? What do you sound like? What do you smell like? How do you move in the world? What have you accomplished in 2026? What horse world have you created for your year? How have you stayed centered? How have you stayed focused? How has your kindness expressed itself in yourself and in others? See the best vision of you next year. Feel the best vision of you in your cells, in the space between your cells. And know that you have the power within you in that bridge between heaven and earth to bring that energy, process that energy, and send that energy out to make that vision a reality. I know this. I see this with you. Thank you. May it be so. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful, wonderful year. Take care.
Thank you, Theresa Rose. And Teresa's going to do our closing circle. But now is time for the offering. And may I remind you that we are an independent organization, totally dependent on your donations and volunteer time. So while you're digging deep, I would like to remind you to keep that in mind. Also, you can donate regularly via our website, because that sustaining dollars can really be helpful for a regular income. And if your wallet's a little thin today, we also take Venmo. So Evan's going to be walking around the basket, and there's a little QRC code if you want to Venmo it as well.
When it's late December, dark and cold, where is the light? When old man you was bending low, where is the light? When the sun runs off a bit too soon, where is the light? And there's nothing but a skinny moon, where is the light? Can you tell me where is the light? Where is the light? Where is the light? Oh, the light's inside of me. When it's dark each morning when I rise, where is the light? And it's dark when my eggs are frying, where is the light? And it's dark when off to work I go, where is the light? And it's dark again when I get home, where is the light? Can you tell me where is the light? Where is the light? Where is the light? Oh, the light's inside of me. It's in my skin and in my bones, in my heart and in my soul. That light of life so bright and golden, like a summer day. When the sun goes missing in the sky, it is rising in my eyes, chasing all that winter gloom away. I'm burning bright like kerosene. Where is the light? I'm twinkling like the Pleiades. Where is the light? I'm dancing like a candle flame. Where is the light? And I'm flaming like a fruit flambe. Where is the light? Oh, can you tell me where is the light? Can you tell me where is the light? Can you tell me where is the light? Oh, the light's inside.
Theresa said, movement. Movement is life. Okay, so we have this tradition of blessing the offering. And so if you would join me and repeat after me, God's perfect love, flowing through me, blesses and multiplies all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am. Oh. Okay, let's circle up.
All right, we're small but mighty. All right, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, just imagine that you're sending your energy on to the person on your left, and you're sending your energy to the person on your right, till you meet you on the other side. And we're all connected. Just put your prayers into the middle of this circle for anybody who needs it. It goes right on up to the center of this dome, right up until the center of the cosmos, and goes up to all who need to hear it. And just know that you are such a divine being, and that everything is going to come to you exactly as you need it. Breathe in. And breathe out, gratitude. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Blessings. Woo! Thank you very much. Thanks for coming. Thank you, thank you, thank you.